What if a coin in your hand could secretly be worth enough to buy a house? At first it seems ordinary, just metal, just a piece of history. But some coins carry secrets, tiny errors, decades of survival, and extreme rarity, turning them into collector treasures worth unimaginable amounts. What looks simple to most people could actually be a fortune waiting to be discovered. Make sure to watch this video till the very end, because today we're revealing 4 rare buffalo nickels, whose value could reach into the thousands of dollars. Pay close attention, because one of these hidden coins might be sitting unnoticed in a drawer, album, or jar, quietly waiting to reveal its extraordinary value. Welcome back to OldCoin Secrets. Coin number 1, 1916 double-die Obverse buffalo nickel, an era coin that redefined rarity. At first glance it looks familiar, but the 1916 double-die Obverse buffalo nickel is anything but ordinary. It represents a rare moment when the US Mint made a mistake, and that mistake quietly created one of the most desirable era coins in American numismatics. This is not just a variation, it's a true double die, a coin that carries history, rarity, and serious collector value. Born from early minting technology, the year was 1916. Coin production was still a manual, imperfect process. Dies were prepared by hand, and hubbing errors were a real risk. During the creation of one Obverse die, the design was impressed more than once, slightly misaligned. That error was locked into the die itself. Every coin struck from that die carried the same doubling. Once discovered, the die was removed. But by then, a small number of coins had already entered circulation. Those coins became something entirely different. Why this buffalo nickel is different? Collectors distinguish sharply between true double dies and common machine doubling. This coin matters because the doubling occurred during die creation, not during striking. The doubling has depth and rounded separation. It affects key obverse elements. It occurred early in the buffalo nickel series. True double die buffalo nickels are rare. Early date examples are even rarer. That's why this coin is respected. What collectors look for? Every genuine 1916 double die obverse buffalo nickel is examined carefully for clear doubling on the date 1916, visible separation on letters of liberty, doubling in the Native American's profile details, natural surfaces and original patina, no signs of cleaning or alteration. These details separate a minor curiosity from a 5-figure collectible. Authentication is critical. Only certified examples are trusted in the market. Market value, collector numbers, 1916 double-die Obverse buffalo nickel. Value depends heavily on clarity of doubling and overall condition. Good, G4. $1,000, $2,000. Fine, F12. $3,000, $6,000. Very fine, VF20. $8,000, $15,000. Extremely fine, XF40. $20,000, $40,000. About uncirculated, AU. $50,000, $80,000. Mint state, MS. $20,000 to $300,000 plus. High-grade examples have sold for prices that rival luxury homes, not just cars. Collectors pay for verified rarity, not speculation. Why collectors chase this coin? The demand is driven by true double die status, extremely limited surviving population, iconic buffalo nickel design, strong interest in early US mint errors, registry set competition. When a certified example appears at auction, it rarely goes unnoticed. Could one still exist? Unrecognized? It's unlikely, but possible. Some examples may still exist in old collections, inherited albums, misidentified era groups. However, most surviving pieces are already certified and closely tracked. The window for discovery is narrow, but not completely closed. Important collector warnings. Common mistakes destroy value. Cleaning the coin. Polishing to see the doubling. Confusing machine doubling with a true double die. Selling without professional authentication. For this coin, certification is mandatory. Why this coin matters? The 1916 double die Obverse buffalo nickel is important because it documents an early minting era. It represents true scarcity, not hype. It connects technology, history, and collecting. Collectors don't just buy this coin, they preserve it. The 1916 double die Obverse buffalo nickel proves one thing clearly. Not every valuable coin looks dramatic. Not every treasure shines. Some gain their power quietly, through rarity, history, and the passage of time. To most people, it's just a nickel. To collectors, it's a once-in-a-lifetime coin. Coin number 2, 1931 buffalo nickel. A coin defined by low mintage and high demand. Just another 5-cent coin from the early 20th century. But the 1931 buffalo nickel tells a very different story. It is not famous because of an error. It is not valuable because of design changes. Its power comes from one simple fact. Very few were ever made, and even fewer survived. Born in the depths of the Great Depression. The year was 1931. America was deep in the Great Depression. Factories slowed. Banks failed. Coin production dropped sharply. At the San Francisco Mint, nickel production was drastically reduced. Demand for coinage was low. People weren't spending, they were surviving. As a result, the 1931's Buffalo nickel was struck in extremely low numbers compared to surrounding years. From the moment it left the mint, this coin was already scarce. Why the 1931S is a key date. Collectors consider the 1931S one of the most important dates in the Buffalo nickel series. Why? Because it has one of the lowest mintages of the entire series. It was struck during extreme economic hardship. Most examples entered circulation immediately. High-grade survivors are exceptionally rare. Unlike common dates, scarcity is built into this coin from day one. That's why collectors chase it. What collectors examine closely? Every 1931S Buffalo nickel is inspected carefully, because condition changes everything. Key details include sharpness of the date, 1931, clear and undamaged S mint mark, detail in the buffalo's horn and shoulder, definition in the Native American's hair braid, natural surfaces with original patina. Even modest wear can lower value dramatically. A strong example immediately stands out. Market value, collector numbers, 1931S Buffalo nickel. The value of this coin depends heavily on condition. Good, G4, 70, 120. Fine, F12, 250, 450. Very fine, VF20, $700, when 200. Extremely fine, XF40, $2,500, $4,500. About uncirculated, AU, $8,000, $15,000. Mint state, MS, $30,000 to $90,000. High-grade examples have sold for prices comparable to luxury cars and major property investments. Collectors pay for low mintage and survival, not face value. Why demand remains strong? The 1931S is constantly chased because it is required for all complete Buffalo nickel sets. Low mintage limits supply permanently. Registry set collectors compete for top grades. No modern issue can replace it. When a certified high-grade 1931S appears at auction, bidding is often immediate and aggressive. Could one still be found? Yes, and that's what keeps collectors searching. Some examples still exist in old family collections, early coin albums, estate holdings, forgotten safety boxes. Many people recognize the date, but underestimate the importance of condition. A lightly worn example can be worth thousands. A near-mint coin can change everything. Collector warnings, mistakes that reduce value, cleaning the coin, polishing surfaces, damaging the mint mark, selling without certification. For higher value examples, professional grading is essential. Originality matters more than shine. Why this coin is respected. The 1931S Buffalo nickel represents Depression-era scarcity, limited mint production, survival against the odds. Collectors don't just buy this coin, they compete for it. Closing thought. The 1931S Buffalo nickel proves a simple truth. Sometimes value isn't created by mistakes. It's created by how little was made. It's quiet. It's historic. And in the right condition. It's one of the most powerful coins in the Buffalo nickel series. Coin number 3. 1935 double die reverse Buffalo nickel. A subtle error that created a major collector prize. At first glance, it's easy to overlook. Just another 5-cent coin from the 1930s. But the 1935 double die reverse Buffalo nickel hides its importance quietly. On the side, most people rarely examine. This is a coin where value is not obvious. It must be noticed. And for collectors, that makes all the difference. Born during the final years of the series. The year was 1935. The Buffalo nickel series was approaching its final years. Coin production techniques had improved, but errors still occurred, quietly and infrequently. At the US Mint, a reverse die was created with slight misalignment during hubbing. The result was doubling that became permanently embedded in the die. Every coin struck from that die carried the same doubled reverse. Most entered circulation unnoticed. A few survived long enough to be recognized. Those coins became something special. Why the reverse matters. Collectors distinguish carefully between machine doubling, détérioration, true double die errors. The 1935 double die reverse is valued because it is a true double die, not a striking defect. The doubling appears on the buffalo's legs and tail, portions of the lettering, reverse design elements with clear separation. It's subtle, but genuine. And subtle errors are often the most respected. What collectors look for. Every example is examined closely for clear, rounded doubling on reverse elements, strong buffalo detail, especially legs and tail, a readable date on the obverse, natural surfaces and original patina, no signs of cleaning or tooling. Weak doubling or damaged surfaces reduce value quickly. Sharp original examples stand apart immediately. Market value, collector numbers, 1935 double die reverse buffalo nickel. Value depends on clarity of the error and overall condition. Good, G4. $400, $800. Fine, F12. Panu $200, $2,000. Very fine, VF20. $3,000, $6,000. Extremely fine, XF40. $8,000, $15,000. About uncirculated, AU. $18,000, $30,000. Mint state, MS. $50,000 to $100,000. Collectors pay not just for the error, but for how clearly it survived. Why collectors chase this coin? The demand remains strong because true double die reverse buffalo nickels are scarce. Reverse errors are harder to spot, limiting discoveries. The Buffalo Nickel series has a strong collector base. Registry set competition pushes high-grade prices upward. When a certified example appears at auction, it attracts focused attention. Could one still be found? Yes, though chances are slim. Some examples may still exist in early coin collections, inherited albums, misidentified Buffalo Nickel lots. Because the error is subtle, many were overlooked for decades. That oversight is what created opportunity. Collector warnings. Common mistakes include confusing die deterioration with true doubling, cleaning the coin to see the error better, selling without professional authentication. For this coin, certification by PCGS or NGC is essential. Originality always matters more than appearance. Why this coin is important? The 1935 double die reverse Buffalo Nickel matters because it represents a true minting error. It survived unnoticed for years. It rewards careful observation. Collectors don't chase this coin for flash. They chase it for legitimacy and scarcity. The 1935 double die reverse Buffalo Nickel proves a quiet truth. Not all valuable coins demand attention. Some earn it slowly. To most people, it's just another Buffalo Nickel. To collectors, it's a reminder that value often lives on the side no one thinks to look at. Coin number 4, 1919's Buffalo Nickel, a San Francisco issue defined by survival. Just another Buffalo Nickel. Just another 5-cent coin from the early 1900s. But the 1919's Buffalo Nickel tells its story quietly, through what survived and what did not. This is a coin whose importance isn't built on errors or design changes. It's built on attrition. Born in a post-war America. The year was 1919. World War I had just ended. The US economy was shifting back to civilian life. Coin production resumed, but not smoothly. At the San Francisco Mint, output was lower than at Philadelphia, and Buffalo nickels were struck for heavy circulation, not preservation. Most were used immediately. Few were saved. From the beginning, survival was never guaranteed. Why the 1919s is collected? Collectors pursue the 1919s for one main reason: condition scarcity. While millions were struck, very few remain today with strong detail. Key reasons: heavy West Coast circulation, soft nickel alloy that wears quickly, weak strikes common on San Francisco issues, little contemporary collecting interest at the time. As a result, high-grade examples are genuinely scarce. What collectors examine? Every 1919s Buffalo Nickel is judged carefully for clarity of the S mint mark, sharpness of the buffalo's horn and shoulder, detail in the Native American's braid and feather, strength of the date, original surfaces without cleaning. Even small improvements in detail can multiply value. Market value, collector numbers. 1919s Buffalo Nickel. Values vary dramatically by condition. Good, G4. 2040 and fine, F12. $100, $180, very fine, VF20. $350, $700, extremely fine, XF40. $2,000, $4,000. About uncirculated, AU. $6,000, $12,000. Mint state, MS. $25,000 to $60,000 plum. Collectors don't pay for age alone. They pay for what managed to survive intact. Why demand remains strong? The 1919s continues to attract collectors because it's required for complete Buffalo Nickel sets. High-grade pieces are genuinely rare. San Francisco issues are historically undersaved. Registry competition rewards top-quality examples. When a strong 1919S appears at auction, it draws immediate attention. Could one still be found? Yes, particularly in Old West Coast collections, early 20th century albums, estate holdings. Many owners underestimate how much condition matters. A lightly circulated example can be worth thousands. A near-mint example can be transformative. Collector warnings. Common mistakes reduce value quickly. Cleaning to brighten the coin. Damaging the mint mark area. Ignoring strike quality. Originality is more valuable than shine. For higher-grade coins, professional grading is essential. Why this coin matters? The 1919S Buffalo Nickel is important because it demonstrates real-world circulation wear. It shows how survival creates rarity. It rewards patience and careful preservation. Collectors respect this coin not for drama, but for honesty. The 1919S Buffalo Nickel teaches a simple lesson. Value isn't always created at the mint. Sometimes it's created over time, through wear, through loss, through survival. To most people, it's just another nickel. To collectors, it's a quiet victory over time. Now you've seen how something as small as a 5-cent coin can carry incredible value. What looks ordinary to most people can become extraordinary with the right knowledge, patience, and attention to detail. These coins remind us that history doesn't always announce itself. Sometimes, it hides quietly in plain sight. If you enjoyed discovering the hidden value behind these rare coins, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with fellow collectors. And most importantly, the next time you come across an old coin, take a closer look. Because you never know, it might be holding more than history. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.